This is a DJ. for being here, sharing the most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. What a beautiful day it is to be alive. I feel like it's shadowy. I don't know. It's always... just came down the stairs. A little light-winded on my water fast. 47,300. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin and see what's happening all the morning. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I'm a little winded. Oof. Tell you, I run around here making the show happen every single day. Bang, bang, bang. I'm all wet. Doing my hair. All right, let's get into the show. God bless each and every one of you. Who cares what I look like? Imagine if you had to look at yourself like I do every single day. Oh my gosh. Thank God hasn't given me like a big pimple like right here. You know what I mean? I pray every day I don't get like a huge pimple like right there. Every time I did a couple times and I was like, now I got a live stream with this? You know what I mean? But those are the things I don't think about to get me into the next level, right? It's funny, you think that I think about my appearance more because I'm on the show, but I think about my appearance less because I'm on the show. I put the clothes on or whatever, but if I thought about it, I'd think about it too much, right? So, and I'm just giving you guys a life lesson. Who cares? What they think about me is none of my business. That's my favorite quote my mother used to tell me. And she started telling it to me later in life. She said, you know, what they say about you is none of your business. And I was like, and I looked at her like, that's an amazing quote. I tweeted it the other day. So Rune had a nice little pump to the upside, but then it lost that level and it was gone. Once you lose that key level of support, it's over, you know? Also, I did see it kind of rolling over a little on the bigger time frame, so looked okay for a second, but it was also high risk. Look how low it stayed here. So it got pinned. The 4 hour didn't look good. So I did say, you know, caution, the 4 hours overbought. Just seeing if that support could hold. There was a chance it did. It did not. Likely now going to fall to the 21-day moving average and more, right, for Rune. Let's take a look at Naka. Putting in work back to 164 in those lows of 129, right? So nice to see Naka starting to make its move back to the upside off of the what? The golden pocket, the 0.618, the 0.65. I see Naka headed back to 337 on its next big leg to the upside. Only a matter of time for Naka, all right? Shout out about the first super chat ever from Brandon Burkert, a $2 super chat. He wants to look at his big old, I'm just joking. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's celebrate their first super chat from Brandon Burkett. We appreciate it. We're going to take a look at COQ Inu, and you're not going to get me there, but I'm going to, you're going to try to get me there, but I'm not going to do it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. We got a big fat order block up here at 48,000. It's a big block. This guy wants to sell 700 Bitcoin, 138 around him, about 1,000 Bitcoin hanging out between 47.8 and 48,200. There's a big order down there. It's the biggest red. Remember we talked about Big Red? Chewing the chewing gum? Why do I talk about Big Red so much? Because we go for the Big Red, all right? I want you to remember what Sam said. The lifer, the Big Red, okay? Big Red. Things to remember. Big Red. Better with Big Red. Get out a little longer. Get close a little longer. Longer with Big Red. Sorry, I just had to. So let's take a look at Bitcoin here on Binance, and let's talk about what's happening. 47,000. First of all, let's clap for ourselves. 47K. Like 47K, baby. Like, can you believe it? All right. Burkert. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Everyone always says I pronounce their name right. I've been a linguist my whole life. I loved English. So the 4 hour resetting and staying above support, it's a big sign. See the 21? We got to wait for that 21 to come to price action, though. So remember when I did my Twisted Sister, and I said it's either going to, I knew it was very unlikely we were going to go to the upside. Why? Because the 21 gap, you just can't keep going away from the 21. I don't know why I know this. It's just something that you'll learn over time. Okay. Now, what I don't like, see how the moving averages are very far apart on the 1 hour time frame? That's usually a no-no for me. We get in when they're tight. I like to take profits when the 21 and the 200 are very far apart. You get in when they're tight. I like to take profits when the 200 and the 21 are very far apart. I get in when they're tight. We could be here. We could be here at an extension point waiting for a bigger bearish dip. So let's see if we have a bearish dip on the 1 hour time frame. And, you know, in a way, you kind of do. I got to say you do, because you got this swing up, and this is a swing down. That is a bearish divergence I have to say, and you got a rising wedge that definitely, broke the wedge to the downside. So, in my humble opinion, so far the rising wedge did break down, and you have a major resistance for Bitcoin. You had a high volume node. Let's see. So I'm building a story. To me, it's going to be the 4-hour time frame. It's going to be the one that's going to tell us it changes. The time frame changes. I don't know why. Sometimes it's the 8, sometimes it's the 22. The more you use different time frames, the more you realize each one reveals a certain something at a certain time. And that's another gift that you just can't teach anybody. You'll get if you just keep going into the charts. There's certain things that your mentor I can never fully teach you. It's just something that you'll be able to pick up if you do it all the time. It's like, a hunter teaches someone how to hunt, but like the timing of that exact moment is something that the person needs to learn themselves. Very similar to trading. I'm going to give you every single thing I have. I'm going to give you everything I have. I'm going to give you every single thing I have. And it's up to you to execute and then to learn through time. I believe it takes at least 2 to 4 years to become like really profitable, like to the point where you can like put your hat on it. If you put in the work every single day. What's good about crypto, it's open every day. So we can learn every single day about cryptocurrency. I'm on a 3-day water fast. Today will be my last day. Can't wait to eat some food. I do miss some food. But it hasn't been as bad. It hasn't been that hard. A little bit of salt, a little bit of sparkling water, and it's been I'll be honest, it's been quite pleasant. I've been getting all these inner highs out of nowhere. Like I've been getting these like really weird highs. Like I just feel like I'm floating. I feel like I'm just like, and they say my brain's clearing out. I watched the video, I posted it to the trading group, what's happening to me. And you can see the physiological effects of a 3-day water fast. They are unbelievably amazing. So here's our little world for the next day or two. This is our little world. This is the world we're going to live in, okay? We have supported 46,800. It's holding pretty nicely. It didn't go back down. Usually after a huge pump like that, you take it back. If the stochastics can reset and you go sideways, it's a very, very good sign. You can see the 1 hour decided to stay in chop. So the 1 hour's in chop. There is a bearish div there in my humble opinion, but you could say that bearish div is only as strong as support. I did look at this last night. I said, it looks like a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, but I said it also could be making a bull pennant. And I said, I'm in the twilight zone here. We have two different things. And we ended up just going completely sideways for most of the night. Up a little bit, though, because it was 47. Look, 333. The second I'm alive, I'm here. Isn't that amazing? The number always follows me, like no matter what I do. 333 and the 777. Like if you show up to the live, you're going to see them all the time. It's pretty awesome. How's everybody doing in the chat? Shout out to Jacob Cannon. Sam, I was lurking here for a while, and you inspired me to get my finances together. Now I'm in the group. Caught the wave from 42 to 47. Life-changing streams and groups, Sammy. Thank you. Amen, man. Dude, people think the group was like, oh, how could it be this good? It literally sounds like it's too good to be true, right? The guy hit constant gains. There's all these people there to help you. They couldn't be that good. They sell such a good game, right? My thing is this. I show up every single day without a day off, right? So, what do you think is going to happen to someone who doesn't take a day off? Go Google anyone that didn't take a day off at their profession. What happened? They became successful. It's very simple. If you pick one thing and you do it every single day, like I did for over 1,000 days, 4 or 5 years straight, and I already had 5 to 7 years in it. You know what I mean? I started when I was 25 years old, so you will get good at anything you put your mind to. You'll get good at anything you do every single day of your life. Like the reason we're going to hit gains next month. I'm going to call Bitcoin very accurately for the next month, for the month after. I know it. We are going to be we're going to nail it. And because I have a foolproof system with moving averages to teach me when we're going to, and nothing's guaranteed, nothing's 100%. But I'm able to figure out with high probability where Bitcoin's likely going to go. So let's take a look and see what's happening today. So like I told you, the 21-day moving average. I studied it. Every time you get away from it, you have to come back. Come back. When you hang out with it, there's likelihood of a big move. I knew there's a big move based on the moving averages. Look at my thumbnails. It's interesting. If you just go back to my thumbnails, right? And you just look at the live. Look, it's about to happen. Bullish move coming 4 days ago. It's about to happen. Ticking time out, right? Another, it's like final warning. And what happened? We had a massive move to the upside. All right. Shout out to everyone bringing us up to more views than ever. 6,000, 7,000 views of video. Really appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to the 652 people here on an early Saturday morning. Jumping on in. Appreciate you all. And shout out to the channel sponsors, I Trust Capital. We love you. We thank you. Shout out to Sean for posting all the right things at all the right times. I love you, Sean. You're the man. God bless you, brother. And shout out to everybody that's here on the live just hanging out. Okay, if you want to join the trading group, you like what you're seeing, you want the gains, cryptolifer.com. Come to MEXC.com. This is where we're actually trading. Why is MEXC the best? Because it's access to the smaller coins that you can't get anywhere else at a very fast pace. Like, you know, it's like you're not, by the time you open a MetaMask and get to these coins, they're already trading on MEXC. And it has the lowest fees in the market, 0% and 0% future and 0.1% future taker fees. You can't beat that. You could dollar cost average into Bitcoin and not pay a fee at all. I just, no other exchange is doing that. I'm amazed that they're not taking any spot fees. It's pretty awesome. You can't beat it, MEXC. So when I promote it, what I'm promoting is you not paying any fees. Just remember that. There's a, you know, Bybit's taking 6 times the fees. All right. I'm just telling you, 6 times the fees here on your futures. So when you flush out, that's a big difference. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. It's also me. To me, it's also the coins. They just access to the smaller coins. Like, you know, they had Pepe when it first came out. You didn't have to run and find it and pay high gas fees, right? There was a reason. I don't do what I want to do. I do what is the most economic, all right? Shout out to everybody here. My dad used to say, I'm not a miser, I'm an economizer. Sorry, that drum will get you out of your seat, right? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Follow me on Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I'd greatly appreciate it. There you can also go to CryptoLifer.com. Check us out, CryptoLifer.com. Join today, all right? Find out what it's like to be in the trading group. Get the education you deserve. Also, if you want to just see what happens, opt in with your email address right here. And what we're going to do is send you 2 amazing newsletters. One comes out this morning, and they're going to blow your mind. So, you know, definitely, just for that small amount of time, you're going to get a newsletter. It's going to blow your mind. Let's get back into BTC for the day. This covered handle blew to the upside. I gave this to the trading group. All these trades played out. I gave like 4 or 5 ways to trade this exact setup, and they all played out exactly as planned. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Let's take a look at BTC. That trade was pretty garbage, I'll be honest. But I didn't have a lot of faith in it on the 4-hour time frame, looking for a scalp. So Bitcoin, looks like we can get to 50,278. That would be the next appropriate target for BTC, all right? We stay above this high volume node, we're just likely headed further to the upside. We do have a resistance here for Bitcoin at about 47,700. You could call it 48,002 on the wick, but 47,000, I like to use candle bodies. Our 2-hour time frame looking ready to go for a pretty nice move to the upside. Still got that bearish dip, but we could say it played out, and the support has been holding. 4-hour resetting, to me, it says we need to go a little more sideways to the 4-hour hits. So we need like 16 more hours before we can get a big pump. Like, likely to stay sideways for most of the day. Says the, 8 hours says we have to come back down to the 21. 21 hours says we have to come back down to the 21. The daily says we're too far away. We have to come back down to the 21-day moving average. You see, we could get one more bump, pulling the 21 across the moving averages, and then but there has to be a connection here to the 21-day moving average at one point. See, we could be like right here. See this difference here? We could be up for one more nice one. Boom. But the further we get from this 21, the less likely we are to pump. All right, just learn. If you learn these ideas that I'm teaching you, it's going to change your life forever. So is there a chance that this 1 hour breaks to the upside? Yes, very, very well. Could we have a shoulder ahead here in a right shoulder? That's very possible with a retest to the upside. All right. But the whole market's, a lot of people got, as much as we all made gains and we're awesome, a lot of people got rocked and wrecked. A lot of people got short of the market and got absolutely demolished this week, right? You have to remember that. We saw a lot of people get short squeezed. I will tell you, though, we got this level here. Maybe, weekly candle close for a blast to 48,000. We could be setting up. They still got liquidity all the way down here, too, now, to 46,400. Amazing, though. Isn't that fun? That's like the scary place, 46,000. We're in a pretty good spot, aren't we all? And again, like, shout out to you if you stuck with me this whole time throughout the entire bear market. And we called this bottom at 16,000. And this bottom, we called this move, it's insane. But may God bless all of you. Thank you so much for being here. And we appreciate you all for jumping on in, sharing your most precious asset with me. And that is your time. So could this flag break to the upside? There's a chance. High risk, high reward to jump into a trade right now for Bitcoin. With a stop below this key area here. They may even just bar censor it right down to the 200 SMA. 44,900 still on the table for me. And that would be bringing those other big time frames back to their 21-day moving averages, right? 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, and I could stay kind of right below this previous low, this like resistance moment. So if I were to take a trade, this would be the trade. Saturdays aren't my favorite. We had a really good Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of trading. So it was an amazing, the whole week was great. So why should we push it, in my humble opinion, on a Saturday 1 hour time frame? I get it. Everyone wants to go to 50K and be part of the story, right? I was there. We went to 50K. I understand. I get that. I have that feeling. But at the same time, I'm just going to do what the technical analysis tells me to do. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. 15-minute also suggests that we're cutting down right here again. So watch the 15 and the 7. What will happen is they'll be the first things, like the 7 just lost its 200 SMA. We know that's a bullish sign, a bearish sign, right? So this is something we have, that's the beginning of possible making money to the downside. And there's kind of shoulder, head, shoulder, even like, wait, maybe shoulder, head, shoulder. See that? It's not easy to see, but it's kind of like a shoulder, head. There's an inverted head and shoulder here that played out a little bit, but didn't play. So anyway, we need to stay above the 200 SMA on the 7-minute. This would have to be something like this, and we'd have to start to break out of this. And if we lose that, then we're going to come and try to, we'll lose the 10-minute 200, and then we'll come for the 15-minute, right? So I see some pullback coming possibly for Bitcoin, but I also see most indecision. So if I had to make a call for Bitcoin today, I see sideways price action. Where are we going to be tonight when I show up at 8 p.m.? Because I do a show tonight at 8 p.m., right? 2 on the weekends, because we like to give you guys the live update to show you get this update every single day in the trading group. Every single morning and every single night, you get an update like this, super in-depth, all about Bitcoin. It's usually between 5 and 10 minutes long. I try to keep it about 5 minutes. Sometimes it can get more in-depth if the market needs it. It depends on what my analysis calls for. If the analysis calls for a little more in-depth and I'm figuring out more stuff, then it's a longer, there's just more to cover. So if I hold shift and I move this here, we're going to be back from 9 to 3, 12, and 8, and I'll be back in 11 hours. That's right there. So in 11 hours, price is going to be somewhere here. Where is it going to be? I believe it's going to be right here. And that is what I believe, because that's, it's not what I think. I believe it's going to be right there. I'm going to move it over a little more. Sideways price action for most of the day. There is a movement to the, there could be, we do have that liquidity to 48,000. That's what, Bookmap does say, hey, 48K. But that's just like right here. Like, it's just right about here. It's like some whale wants to sell right at that wick. He thinks people come up here, I'll sell into the wick. So, Bookmap got 48,000. There it is. And we're pretty flat for the afternoon. A lot of people had their fill and a lot of people got wrecked. So I think the people that made a lot of money are happy on a Saturday. The people that got wrecked are probably afraid to touch the market right now. So let's give the market a rest. Let's give the market a moment here, right? Mithril continuing to do damage. This thing out of control. It's actually, now with this move for Bitcoin, a lot of altcoins can just start to, people are going to feel more confident to trade everything and anything. Memes are going to pop. A lot's going to go down here. Mithril could even just trade back up to 13 cents today. I wouldn't be surprised. Wow, look at, we got some big movers here. DMT. Hex back to the moment And we talked about Hex breaking to the upside. Remember the last time someone asked me about Hex? I said it's about to break out. And there it goes to the upside. Hex is very, very bullish. And I talked about Hex down here bottoming. I bought Hex in front of everyone. I put $500. I already owned Pulse Chain, but I bought Hex right here just to prove to everyone that I would be in the money if I bought it. And I am in money now. Like, it's crazy. So I'll track that $500 for everyone and show it. But I blindly bought Hex at 500. Showing you can buy almost any coin these days as long as you hold it. The market's just that good. You know, even a one that's been, flooded by everybody in the, Hex is, I believe, still I'm on the fence of Hex. I've never been a huge Hexian, like all about Hex, but I've never also been a huge hater. I'm a guy who's full of love, man, and I see the positivity and everything. Everyone I met with Hex said it was great for them. They made a lot of money. Very rarely do I say someone who is into Hex that doesn't like Hex. The community is really into it. So, we talked about AGI getting the nice move to the upside. It did. It's still holding gains of about 15%. This thing's only a matter of time. This thing could continue to the upside. I see 10 cents coming for Delicium. Beautiful cup and handle to the upside for Delicium. All right. A lot of stuff in the trading group if you want to check it out. I want to take a look at RIO, real world asset. This thing I was hot on this thing. And look at it, did get the beautiful move to the upside from 59 all the way back to 70. Realio. And see this thing? It's been a long time coming for this coin, consolidating, very, very long time coming. We take a look at its daily, and its daily says, hey, I'm just getting started. I'm double bottoming here. That's a beautiful double bottom. That thing could play out, and it's a slight higher low too. I wouldn't be surprised if that thing started to move. I got an alert on it. It's hidden right now. That's why I'm bringing it up to you. I'm super nice to do that. If you're in the trading group, this is the type of stuff you get all the time, constantly. So Realio, right, has been on my radar. It's something that I like. And when the market dumped, this thing did not dump at all. It stayed flat at 59. It would have held your money. Like, if you had money in it, you never would have lost much money. Like, so a lot of other coins took a pretty nasty dump. This coin did not. This coin just kept going sideways. It's showing me that it's a very, very strong idea. There's a lot of money behind it that doesn't seem to want to sell it off. And ever since they got into 14 cents, they're not giving up. This thing's up beautifully, too, ever since October 18th. And now it's just getting ready for its another big move, a double up to 147 for RIO. So RIO's on my radar. I like what I'm seeing for it. It's a little overbought on the 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is actually some bearish div, and it's got some bearish div there. It's in a rising wedge. I mean, if Bitcoin rips, this thing will actually go parabolic out the wedge. It's most likely it's going to break down to the bottom of the channel. It's far, I'd love to see if we can get it one more time at 59, but it's starting to pull away, and I wouldn't be surprised if we get, we get more of a pullout here. Beautiful double bottom could break to the upside. I'd be watching Realio. Yeah, it's very, very strong. You can see, like, my argument for it, like, the whole market dumped and it went beautifully sideways. Like, this is common sense stuff. You don't need to be a genius. Just, like, even visually look at the chart. Well, like, all the other charts went up, came back down. This one was doing this the whole time. So you do you. I don't own any of this yet. I don't know the company. No one tells me to talk about anything. I don't do that. I don't take any money to talk about a coin. All I have is iTrust Capital and Bing X. And then I get commissions from XE, and I also get sponsored by Bookmap and get commissions. So that's it. Like, nothing else is. And if I ever did do anything like that, I would say, hey, I really like this project. I feel like it was something worth it. But even then, whenever that happens, I just don't feel like it's, like if I buy something like that, I keep it to myself. I don't tell anybody. Or if I, if I really wanted to promote it like that, I just don't. For some reason, it just doesn't feel right for me. It's not what I want my channel to be about. I want my channel to be about education, helping you. And I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. I just want to show you the lights. I want to show you what's happening. Anyone who watched me in the last few weeks can see our beautiful system played out amazingly. And I could bring you back and show you why and how I was like 95% that Bitcoin was likely breaking to the upside. Sometimes, there's times in the charts where you will have a very high probability. There's times where you're not sure. And that will happen as you go through your life as a trader. You go hard when you feel the most comfortable about a trade. That's when you take advantage of the trade the most, And that's another skill that you learn, like when to go hard, when to pull back, when, Sam is one of the most honorable educators in the game. Shout out to Crypto Bellico, we love you. With the blessings of the 3 roots and the triple jewels, may the year of the wood male dragon fulfill all your wishes spontaneously. May it be from obstacles May it be free from obstacles. Wishing you joy. The year of the dragon. Charles Jant, thank you. I'm putting the lemon in the water. Sam knows his stuff. Bang, bang, bang. We talked about Wales breaking out here at 219, and it's up beautifully back to 330. I talked about it to my trading group. I showed you it was in the golden pocket. 786 retracement, a beautiful 50% gains for Wales. Shout out to anyone that jumped into Wales. And we were able to play it perfectly on the retest, back down to the 786 Fibonacci retracement. Pulled the fib from here to here, came right back down, bounced off it beautifully. 50% gains for Wales, posted to the trading group. Bang, bang, bang. Unbelievable. And that's like on a Friday to Saturday, or like a Thursday to Friday, Saturday. It's like 2-3 days of gains. I think a day and a half, really, when you talk about it. So 49% gains for Wales. Wales market on Radium getting hot because people were just, the GOP ecosystem and Solana is just out of control. $49 million market cap, still really small for what this thing could do. We started talking about it down here at 53, 68 cents, and when I first kind of went over it, this thing's up beautifully from when we first talked about it. Waves, baby, up a 5x. I missed out on Wales. Any hope for me? There's always a million coins coming. You never missed out on anything. You're the opportunity. When you think you missed out on anything, you're already changing your mindset. See, for your mind, you have to believe that nothing's being missed. And I'll tell you why you should believe this. I have a really good example. Right now, there's a kid who's 15 to 16 years old that hasn't heard about Bitcoin. He's a brilliant mind, and he wants to, maybe he starts trading. This is his brain. But he's got a brilliant mind. He's super happy. 15, he starts to trade a little bit. 16. By the time he's 18, he's, and then he finds Bitcoin. Should he be depressed because he couldn't find Bitcoin at $300? No, there's going to be another opportunity for him, just like there was an opportunity for me. There's a bunch of stocks that when I was 18, that were probably, I could have beat myself up about. At any moment in time right now, I could go through the stock market and just start picking out, I could have got into that, I could have, would have, should have. Don't do that. Flip your mindset and believe that you are the opportunity. You never missed anything, because how could you miss anything when you're the one, you're the opportunity, you're the planet. You get it? Nothing is missed because you're the opportunity. Like it only happens when you make it happen. I want you, if anyone is really fully understanding what I'm saying, it's a mind flip to get what I'm saying. It's on a higher, it's not just to say it and understand what I said. It's to feel what I just said and take it in and actually live that manifestation of change inside your mind. Okay? I hope you're I'm taking it very seriously. All right, thank you. Yeah, because you got to be like, yeah, what do you mean? Every opportunity comes from within. I create the opportunities from within, so how could I have missed anything? You see? You just, at that time, something else is more important to you. You live the life you want, so if you didn't make thousands of dollars this week trading, it's because you didn't write down your plan on a diary and say, a week before, I would like to make these $1,000, this is how I'm going to do it. If you didn't write your plan out and tell yourself what the plan was, then don't be pissed when it didn't happen a week later. Okay? Everything you plan out shall happen, but if you don't plan it out, you know what I mean? So put thought and conscious vibration behind each manifestation. All right? If you're here, you're winning, even if you're not making gains. Shout out to Clove Hitch Corey. We love you. Never too late. Got my 7-year-old file into crypto. Cool, man. Just jumped into the perfect motivation. I love you, Sam. Patrick Leachman. Sam gets me a laugh when he talks like a hillbilly and drinks his high-quality H2O. It's funny. So this thing is in a beautiful double bottom. It's actually an Adam and Eve, isn't it? I mean, this thing could take off anytime, or it could come down lower, and anything could dump. Anything could happen. I'm open-minded, but it's starting to tell me that it's very, very likely to get a pretty big move to the upside. The 2-day chart says, hey, I'm about to erupt. And look, it even has hidden bullish divergence. That's swinging pretty much down or flat, and that swinging to the upside tells me that we'll break this high before we break this low. I like what I'm seeing here for Rio. R-I-O. Realio. Real world assets. All right? And a lot of people are speculating this could be a pretty big one in that asset class, right? And then it gives you exposure to RWA. which I think is a narrative that I would like to carry into my portfolio. I can't even explain how much I've learned since I've joined the trading group. I've said it over and over again. Sam Price is the best teacher in the game. Thank you and the lifers for what you do. Ivo 10, bro, you're the man, dude. You're like a pro, dude. I love you. You help so many people. You're always positive, and you're one of my biggest fans, man. I appreciate you with all my heart. May God bless you, brother. We talked about Luna C getting a nice pump to the upside. I threw $500 in it at the bottom, figuring it would get a move. Look at it. Did exactly like I wanted it. Tight moving averages above the point of control. Luna C getting the pump to the upside for gains. Bang, bang, bang. Up a nice 13 to 14%. And look, there's a double bottom. It played off of, there's resistance. Boom. Previous resistance became support. That's your SR flip to get in, and it's gone. Simple is as simple does. Once it flips this SR flip here, boom, it's going to move up to this high volume node. Luna C, Terra Classic, still on the game. Crazy. Let's take a look at COQ Edu. And I look at it on Dex Screener here. Shout out to anyone that got into whales again, man. Unbelievable coin. Just continues to perform. Let's look at, for wrapped AVAX here. So I, put this here. The last time we looked at it was way back in January 12th, and we gave up on it, right? It was just like, it's a meme, man. And, fine, it had a nice little pump. People got excited, but I don't know. I'm not into it. It's too memey for me. Something I'm looking at here that I've never suggested, but it's new to me. Could this be... I must have done that one time. Hold on. I want to change that back to yellow. Crazy that I remembered that. That's a weak yellow, though. Anyway. It's kind of an Adam Eve, see it? But it's a stretch of an imagination, but there's a chance that your neckline and it does break on out. Comes up here, makes a cup and handle. I'm not into it. I'm not chasing it. I never did, never will. And I'm all right. Maybe it becomes the biggest thing since sliced bread. I don't know. I feel like I would have been in here, out there, and I'd be done with this thing. Anyone that's still holding on to me is just kind of like, it's taking up a lot of your attention and a lot of your time, and there was a lot of money made on a lot of other coins while this thing went sideways. That's all I'm saying. Could have sold it, made a bunch of other money, and then decided to speculate back in with some winnings. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but that's how I would have played this disgusting, nasty little ish coin that I really don't care about. All right, moving forward. Sorry, that's just my take on it. And I'll be honest. You do what you want. I'm not in the circle jerk, so to speak, right? Because that's what it is, right? Look, that's the name. I mean, Syntropy was likely going to the upside. I had an alert here, have another alert here as it continues to go. I see it at 17, going sideways. Bang, someone gave this to me on the super chats, and this is what I said was likely going to happen. It's up nicely, NOIA to the upside. You can probably go find the super chat and see when I went over this, NOIA to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. So, here it is at 1:30. NOIA definitely set alerts. I put it to the trading group right here on January 30th. Bang, bang, bang. Showed you my projection and exactly what was likely going to happen. And that's exactly what happened, right? Pretty awesome. Bitcoin likely to go sideways till I show up tonight. Not much to talk about. There's a chance we do get a breakout on the 1 hour or the 15 minute. I will be watching those two time frames. All right. But be careful that we could start to collapse too. The 7 minute did break below the 200 SMA. You see that? And now we're using that as resistance. And this inverted head and shoulder didn't really break out too much. It could be shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder though. See, it could be a long, it's actually what we just broke out of on the bigger time frame for Bitcoin. I kind of want to do it. Watch, this is crazy. Let's see if I can pull it off. Let's see if I can pull it off. It's gonna be super hard to do though. But do you see what I see? See, I saw this fractal, see? It's amazing, right? How my mind works, but like, that reminded me so much of what we just went through here, pretty much, you know? It matches out pretty crazily. Like, Like, you got to give it to me. I mean, this is part of my skill is my mind has pattern recognition. Like, I can see something that I saw before, remember exactly where I saw it, how I saw it, and map it. All right. Now, they're not going to be perfect, but you can see then there's this divot here and then the sideways price action. I mean, it's an algorithm for sure that they're using because, look, they put it on the daily, on the 4 hour, but they also put it on the 1 hour time frame up in there, right? How could I have taken this from this? All right. Do you believe that crypto was created by the same old big boys and BTC is presented as a savior to lure everyone in just to be controlled again, but on a new level in a digital system? Very, very, very possible. Yeah. Not much choice, but definitely seems to be, yeah. Tank the dollar and drive everyone into what they want, you know. It's very, very possible, for sure. You'll be on a ledger. Everything you buy and sold will be watched, you know what I mean? That is in the Bible, right? We're headed towards the blockchain. It's right there. It's everything that was in the Bible in the book of Revelations is coming. And I haven't even done all of my revelations. I'm not saying I'm I haven't done my Bible studies like I should, but I did grow up Catholic and, you know, I got most of the data presented to me. So look, that's interesting, right? Just to show you there's a chance that does play out there. And that was fun. That was a fun little kind of fractal game there to play. But I saw the fractal. It looked a lot like it before. Isn't that funny what you can see inside of inside? So there's a chance this does break out to the upside too. We stay above the 200 SMA. Look at your 7 minute. But it's all about the moving averages. When you get resistance from a 200 SMA, you're coming back down likely here, right? So watch how the 7 minute plays out. It looks like we're just in for some chop sideways for most of the day. So that's my update for Bitcoin. God bless each and every one of you. We hit NOIA. We talked about it. I actually didn't really extend on it, but I see it continuing up to the target. I'd just flag it out here. And it doesn't look great, though. It doesn't have a really nice market structure. I'll give you that. But see if you can kind of go sideways. It looks like it's either going to do one or two things, like pull back a lot more or go more sideways. But eventually, as long as it doesn't break back inside this pattern, using that, it could even retest that. It looks like it's going to continue to 17 at one point. Yo, guy, what's up, Sammy? Shout out to Fidel, man. I love you, brother. Hope everything's going well, man. Bullish. You've been around for a long time, Fidel. One of the first lifers ever, man. Everyone give Fidel a round of applause, man. He's amazing. No, that's not what I want. Hey, wait. There we go. And thank you so much for your time. So if I would spend time with your family today, Bitcoin looks pretty much sideways. You know, dollar cost averaging the coins you like. There could be some little small cap gems pop, and there's always going to be some gains out there. And, you know, but I showed you things that are on my mind, showed you some things that I'm looking at, and I'll see you guys tonight at a beautiful live stream at 8 p.m. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Stay fresh, stay rich, stay pocket squared up. Even if you're a woman, you can wear pocket squared. Stay fresh. Shout out to my lifers. I love you, and I'll see you tonight. God bless you all. Thank you for your time. It means the world to me. I have so much gratitude for your time. Thank you.